In this session, we study all the three methods of passing the arguments to the function. In the C language, we have already studied pass by value and pass by address. This time, we'll concentrate on pass by reference method. So in this program, there is a function main. In the function main, there are three calls to the three different functions, and at last I have defined all the three functions: call by value, call by address, and call by reference. Okay, I have defined the three functions, and that is why before the function main I have written function prototype, that is function declaration. Remember one important difference in C and C++. In C language, by default, function returns an integer value. But that is not the case in C++. In C++, you will have to specify the return value of the function. Is it clear to you? In this program, I declare three variables x, y, and z. All the three variables are integer type, and I have assigned the values 10, 20, and 30. After that, I have created three allies or three references for these three variables, namely x, y, z. For x, the allies name is x1. For y, the reference variable name is y1. And for z, the name of the reference variable is z1. Always remember that this procedure, integer ampersand sign, this means not the address, it is reference variable. So this is a syntax for reference variable. Remember one thing, we can give the gap over here. If you compile it, compiler won't generate any error message or warning message. You can attach this ampersand operator to x1. Even if you compile this one, it won't generate any error message. But this is not a good practice. Always attach this ampersand sign to the data type. So this is a correct method. Now you can easily recognize that x1 is a reference variable. Is it clear to you? Well, now after this one, let us study the first method, that is call by value. Compile the program up to this step. I am calling this call by value function. Okay, press F7 key. So remember here we are passing x, y, and z, these three variables, to this function. Press F7 key. All these values x, y, z will be copied to the P, Q, and R. It is just like as photocopies. Okay, so what we have done, we have copied the content of x to the variable P, content of y to the variable Q, and content of z to the variable R. After that, I am changing the values of P, Q, R. So if I do so, then original content won't change. So let us display this one and press Alt F5. So value of P, Q, R are 100, 200, and 300. Remember that if you change the photocopy, the original copy won't change. Just press F8 key and you observe that content of XYZ are same. They are 10, 20, and 30. So we cannot tamper the original values of XYZ using call by value method. Is it clear to you? Well, now we are calling second function, namely call by address. So we are using which method? Call by address method. Remember that it is the most difficult method and complicated method too. Here we are passing address of x, address of y, and address of z, and that is why we have used ampersand operator over here. Okay, let us press F7 key. Control will jump to that method, to that function. Here as a parameter we'll have to write, we have to declare 3 pointers. All the 3 pointers are integer type. So we have used integer star ptr1 to declare ptr1 pointer. After that, I am changing the value of the variable to whom ptr1 is pointing. Then I would like to change the value of the variable to whom ptr2 is pointing. Similarly, I want to change the value of the variable to whom ptr3 is pointing. Okay, so I assign 100, 200 and 300 these values. Execute this step. Execute the last step. The control has jumped to the function main. I am displaying the content of XYZ. Observe very carefully. See the DOS prompt. Press Alt F5. 100, 200 and 300. So in call by address method, the original values of XYZ are changed. So what are the drawbacks of call by address method? We have passed the address of XYZ, and after that we'll have to declare 3 pointers, and after that we'll have to use dereferencing operator. So this is a complicated phenomenon and there is a possibility of mistake. To avoid this one, there is a new way in C++, and that is reference variable. Now observe very carefully. We have declared x1, y1 and z1 as a reference variable. They are reference variables for x, y and z respectively. We have passed here, name of the function is call by reference, and we have passed x1, y1, z1, all the 3 alias or reference variable to this function as an argument. Okay, execute this one by pressing F7 key. Observe very carefully. Here we have not declared pointers like previous method. Simply we have declared another 3 alias k1, k2 and k3. Another 3 reference variable, namely k1, k2 and k3. So neither we have passed the address nor we have written pointer notation over here. See the next important thing. Here we are not used dereferencing operator. It is not allowed. And now execute this last cout statement and see the output. We got the same result. Value of x is 100, value of y is 200 and value of z is 300. So what happened exactly? We got same result and we have avoided the complications of pass by address method. We are getting same effect. Actually, remember one important point. These two methods are exactly similar. Internally they are doing same job. In fact, automatically the address of variable is passed to this function. Automatically the pointers are created, and automatically the compiler has taken care of the dereferencing operator too. It is totally automatic process.